Good morning and good afternoon and good evening to all of you out there. I see Dean. Hello, Dean. Welcome. I see Bob. Hello, Bob. You guys are having a great chat there. Dean, we're glad you're okay. Thanks for letting us know that you're still alive. Just tuning my guitar. Hello, Bob. Now, I was told not too long ago that when I start playing right at the beginning of a live stream that sometimes people miss the beginning. And so I am just going to tune my guitar for a minute. Get ready to go. We're going to give people a couple of minutes to come and get on. And then I'm going to actually start the live stream. So if you're looking at this live stream later and you see me talking or whatever, I'm going to put the actual time that we start. I'm going to pin it as a comment, and I'm also going to put it in the description. I'm backwards. Am I backwards? I know how to fix this. I figured this out one time. Okay, that's not fun. Let's see here. There's a way to do this. And I thought I have everything going really well. Again, happened last time. Yeah. Well, let's see if I can fix it. Let me do a search here. Let's see here. I figured this out not too long ago, and now I don't remember how to do it. No problem. I think I can cut this part out at the beginning of the live stream. So, okay, let's see here. How to flip your camera in OBS. Video capture device. Yes, I'm still here. I'm looking how to flip my camera. Oh, that's not help. Maybe that's the one I want right there. All right, tell me if that works. I'll wait just for a second. Hello, Lisa. Who else is here? Let's see. He's playing an let's see. Dean says, well, Hendrix was a southpaw Lisa, good morning to all. Lisa from California. Bob says, hello, Lisa. Bob, let's see. Okay. Do I have my camera going the right direction? I think I do. Okay, now we're going to start. Here we go. Starting right now. Hello everyone, my name is Hal. This is Quail Studios Guitar and Keys. We're going to talk about something that people call the Hendrix chord today. It got its name because Jimi Hendrix used it a couple times. Well, he played it in Purple Haze. And he also played it in, hold on, let me see. Foxy Lady. And he did use the chord live on versions of Voodoo Child. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about this chord. This is an interesting chord. Hendrix was alive when I was alive, but I was a child. I really was. I was not very old. I didn't even play guitar yet when Hendrix was playing and very popular. So I wasn't really locked into Hendrix. And it wasn't until I started teaching guitar. It was about 1994 that one of my students said, hey, I want to learn how to play Purple Haze. And I'm teaching him how to play Purple Haze. Right? And we get to this chord. And it's the E7 sharp 9 chord. Let me put it on the screen so you can see it. Let's see, where is it at? There it is. Oh, that is so big. Okay, that is too big. Oh, I know why I did that. Because I have another. I need to move this around here. Guess I didn't have this all prepared very well, did I? That's okay. You guys can put up with me. There we go. E7 sharp 9. So one of the things that happens, now I have, well, that doesn't look like anything. On my website, no, not on my website. Well, yeah, on my website, but also in my book that you can get by following the links in the description. You can email me at lessonswithhal@gmail.com. I have a chord chart that has 16 chords like C, G, D, A, E, and then of course A7 and A minor 7 and A minor, all those chords, D, D7, let's see, D minor 7. And so these chords are very, very important because when I first started teaching guitar, I decided I need a chord chart, a simple chord chart for people to look at so they can learn these chords. And so I came up with 16 chords that are really, really important. The reason they're important is because these shapes are used all over the neck. Now what happens here is that if you can play a D chord, and then if you put this finger on the 3rd fret back to the 1st fret, you have to flip things around if you're playing the D chord like this. You know, you can't even see my hand. Here, let's start over again. Here's my D chord. There's my D chord. A D7 looks like this. Okay, that's the shape of a D7. We have the 1st fret B string, and then the 2nd fret on the G string and the E string. The D chord, a lot of times I like to use my pinky on the D chord like this to go from D to D7 like that. I love to do that because it's so fast. Instead of going like this, instead of playing it like this and then flipping it over, you can play a D7 like this. Now the reason I'm talking about the D7, the shape, is because it's the same shape that we use in the E7 sharp 9. Okay, it looks like a triangle pointing that way. At least it does to me. So what you do is you bring that shape up and you put it on the A string, D string, G string. Right? It's the same shape as the D7, except you're going to go up 2 strings this way, and then up to the 6th and 7th frets. Put them right there, and then you're going to put your 4th finger or your pinky on the 8th fret right there. So we got 7, 6, 7, 8. And you can play that low E string. Now let's put that chart back on here. I'm going to move this so you can see my hand. You know, I'm going to make that a little smaller. Let's make it a little smaller so it's easier to put everything on the screen. And that's what it looks like. It's really a cool chord. So it's an E7 chord with what we call a sharp 9. Now if you count up from E, E, F, G, and then we start over again, A, B, C, D, E, F. See that? That's 9. Now actually what happens here is that in the key of E, we actually have sharps. So it's like E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, like that. So the notes on here are low E. We got an E there. We got a G sharp. We got a D, which is the 7. And we got a G, or an F double sharp, which is the sharp 9. Okay, that's our, so we have a root, 3rd, 7, 9. Sharp 9, I mean. So in Purple Haze, starts out like that, right? Actually, it starts out with this. That's the bass part. It plays a low E to an octave E. And the guitar plays a B flat back and forth like this. B flat here, 7th fret, 6th fret on the E string, 8th fret on the D string, B flats. So what you get is you get this, like that. You get this E and the, oops, sorry. You get the B flat, and then you get the E and the B flat again. This is very interesting because this is what we call, let's take that off the string, off the screen. We get an E and a B flat, which is what we call a tritone, and then an E and a B flat. Then we get that. Right, that iconic sound that comes from that song, Purple Haze. And the first chord is that E7 sharp 9. Then it's a G chord, and I like to use, when I'm playing that, I like to use the bar chord G. Now sometimes people put their thumb over the top and play like an F, like this, like that, and then there's an A chord that looks like that. You can use that F with the thumb over the top if you want to, but I like to use the bar chord. I'm not sure exactly how Jimi did it. I haven't studied it that much. That's okay. But it's basically like this. So it's got that E7 sharp 9, G, A. Excuse me while I kiss the sky. And it goes back to something like that. Now what was interesting is when I started to actually teach this song, I had never played the E7 sharp 9 before in my whole life. So it was like 15 years after I had started playing that I learned this chord. And so as soon as I learned it, it was like, oh, okay, it looks like that D7 shape right here with my little finger right there on the 8th fret on different strings, obviously. And I was about this fast at finding this chord. And then I started practicing it one day. It was like a Sunday, 3 p.m, and I was playing the guitar, some kind of, I don't know, I was practicing something, and then I thought, I need to work on that chord because I need to teach that song tomorrow. So I started to, here, let me turn that up just a little bit. So I started to practice this chord. And then I went to an A minor 7. This chord right here, it's a bar with the finger on the 7th fret. Right there, it's A minor 7, because I know that the A minor 7 and the E7 sharp 9 work well together. It's really kind of cool. But I was going about this fast, finding that E7 sharp 9, and then I went to the A7, A minor 7, and then I would find the E7 sharp 9. Where is it at? Let me put this down just a little bit. Then I would go back to the A minor 7, and then I would find the E7 sharp 9. And you know, sometimes when you're learning a new chord, this is what happens. You have to go slowly. It just takes time. There we go. Now you can see my guitar better. And it just took time to go back and forth. And I would make sure that that chord sounded good, and then I would play my A minor 7, and then I would go back. I'm like, do I have it? Yeah. And I just kept going back and forth. I call this rocking back and forth between two chords. And I just did it over and over until I started to get some muscle memory on that. And then I went to D minor 7. And then to E7 sharp 9. Because if you just play one chord over and over, sometimes you get a cramp in your hand, and you got to shake it out a little bit. So took me a while to get there. Where's the E7 sharp 9? Oh, there it is. Well, I was doing that for a while, and I started to do a strum with it. And use it. I wasn't playing Purple Haze at that time. I was just doing something else. Like this. Back and forth. And then I put the D minor 7 in. Then I went to the E7 sharp 9. Back to the A minor 7. D minor 7. After I started getting really good at it, I thought, oh, okay, I've got that now. Let's see, what time is it? 4 o'clock. I worked on that for a whole hour, and I'm not kidding. I did work on it for an hour, and I thought, let's work on it some more. So I did it. So one of the things I did, I thought, what if I bring it up a half step? And down a half step. It's very bluesy, very jazzy. It's really fun. But Jimi Hendrix used it in a rock sort of way. And there were other people that used that chord also. Let's see, I found a list here. Dizzy Gillespie used it, and Charlie Parker used it in a popular standard called All the Things You Are in 1945. It was in the late 50s Hard Bop by John Coltrane. It was in 1957. Let's see, there was an R&B hit called Hold It by Bob Doggett. Wes Montgomery used it in 4 on 6. And that's the song, I think it is. Let's see. The Isley Brothers used it. Let's see. Testify, parts 1 and 2. Let's see here. The Beatles used it in Taxman. It was a D7 sharp 9 instead of an E7 sharp 9, but it was the same sharp 9, 7 sharp 9. I Feel Free. Cream used it in 1966 in a song called I Feel Free. So it's been used a lot of times. Let's see, Steely Dan used it in, let's see, it says Kid Charlemagne, 1976. The Pixies, Here Comes Your Man, 1989. The Muse, Hyper Music, 2001. So what's really interesting is that a lot of people call this the Hendrix chord, right? The D7 sharp 9, or E7 sharp 9. And you can move it around. Of course, when you move it around, you can't use that low open E string. And you can use the high E string as long as you've got the E7 sharp 9. But if you move it down, let's say, because this is your E right here, right there. So if you move that down 2 frets and use the same shape, it's still, this is a D7 sharp 9, right? You just can't hit the low E string, or C7 sharp 9. So this is like a bar chord. And the name will come from that note right there on the A string. That's why you need to know the notes on your A string so that you can figure out what chord you're playing. E7 sharp 9, F7 sharp 9, F sharp 7 sharp 9, G7 sharp 9. Right? Anyway, let's see. Let's go back to everyone here and let's see what kind of Pink Floyd used it in Breathe. I love it. Bob says that. Let's see who else we've got here. Let's go back and see how many comments we've got. Because if you know any, so I'm looking at some comments here. If you know any other songs that use it besides the one that I've already talked about, then please put it in the comments. Okay, so Bob says, oh, there's Ben Amos. Hello, Bob. Ben. How you doing? Bob says Pink Floyd used it in Breathe. Let's see here. Let's see. Pink Floyd used the D7 sharp 9. Okay, that's good. That's what Bob says. Ben says SRV uses this same chord. 6th fret in Life Without You. 6th fret like this. He said that a while back. Let's see. Let's see. Michael says, oh, hello, Michael. Yo, man. Bob. Floyd. Oh, yeah. Okay. It's Bob says Floyd did D7 sharp 9 to D7 flat 9. Oh, yeah. That's right. Yes, that happened on that song. I don't think I've done it like that before. I better do that from now on. Very, very good. I love that chord. Okay. Guys, I'm kind of done here. Anybody else have any questions or anything like that? I'm seeing some really interesting things going on the YouTube site. It looks funny. I can see my OBS looks good. All right. Really appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. For those of you who are sick, we're praying for you. And hope you get well soon. Dean says, why is there air? Ben, hey, you're welcome. Ben says, thanks for the great book. Ben, I'm glad you got it. I'm always revising it and updating it. So I want you to know that, right the middle of the month, I try to come out with a new version. So like in 14 days, I'm going to update, I continually update the book. Best $7 I spent. Well, good. Yeah, I haven't charged a lot. In fact, I ask for a donation, right? I don't say, hey, it's $100, it's going to go on sale. Basically, you give what you think you can give, and that's fine. I really appreciate that because it helps me to fund these videos and the things that I do. Some people actually sign up at Patreon and at Subscribestar and give a monthly amount every month. Some people give it on PayPal. I do have, you can do, what's it called? Zillow? No, not Zillow. I forgot what it was called. I'll think of it. Here, I'm gonna, hopefully everything will stay exactly the way it's supposed to. Zelle. You can actually pay me on Zelle too. You just have to get in touch with me and get my email address so that you can do that. A lot of banks, like 90% of the banks in the world, have Zelle, and we can go, bank to bank. So you can do that too. Share this video with other people. I'm going to be going to, hopefully, to California in the not too distant future. I'm going to meet with a student down there and a couple people down there. Went to Utah this last week and taught some new students. And for those of you who I missed in Utah, email me, lessonswithhal@gmail.com, and we'll get together next time I go down. We'll jam, okay? Very good. All right. Yeah, and I might be going to other places too, if we can make it. All right. Really appreciate everybody. I'll let you know what's going on and where I'm going. Hey, yeah, give me a thumbs up if you like what I do and like the things that I say. Appreciate all your help, and share this video on social media if you can. I'm not really on social media. I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on the different places. This just takes too much time to do that. I'm a real guitar teacher. I'm a real piano teacher. I teach quite a bit. So if you want to be my student, just get in touch with me. And of course, I teach here on YouTube as well. All right. I'm going to go and hang out with some of the people that support me. You know who you are. And if you want to know how to do that, look in the description and you can find out how to support me. It doesn't cost very much. And sometimes we teach over there. Sometimes we hang out for a little while and just talk about fun stuff. All right. Thanks very much. I'm going to go out right now.